like inside that house?
You know, the overwhelming impression, Ashley, was you know, they were not living large. This was, you know, 24 people were in this compound. It's a big building, but, you know, living cheek by jowl. Their beds were sort of basically bits of plywood hammered together. No air conditioning in a place that's hot in the summer. Few gas heaters, gets cold in the winter. They were growing their own crops. It was, you know, it was a kind of a squalid suburban compound. That was my overall impression.
We see those pictures of him watching television draped in a blanket with his remote control. The television looks like it's sort of a rudimentary setup. What about the facilities, cooking and cleansing and that sort of thing?
His three wives were there, 64-year-old, 54-year-old, and a 29-year-old wives. They all had their own kitchen and their own sort of bathroom facilities.
There's a hole in the ground, the bathroom, right?
His bathroom was a hole in the ground, you know, so, you know, the whole, and you know, there was medicine scattered around the place, children's toys. You could see this was a ferocious assault.
Could you see the blood?
Yeah, you could see the blood on the ceiling where they'd shot him through the head. You could see the blood marks sort of spattered on the ceiling.
So now tell me about some of the most significant documents that you had a chance to. And by the way, they didn't let you see everything.
Well, and they're not going to release everything. I mean, there's more than 6,000 documents. A lot of them are trivial, some of them are significant, some of them are still, you know, operational.
What stood out most?
You know, I mean, this is Bin Laden unplugged. I mean, he never thought that these memos would end up in the hands of the CIA. So.
And did he sound kind of average?
Well, I mean, 48 pages, you know, he'd write these massive memos. They would be advising his affiliate groups in Somalia, for instance, not to use the word Al-Qaeda in their name because he said, look, it's going to be tough for fundraising if you call yourself Al-Qaeda.
There's a branding problem.
A branding problem. He also...
You know what, before you move on from that, I want to just read something from your book about this branding issue and some of the ideas that Osama bin Laden had for a brand new name for Al-Qaeda. Bin Laden went on to nominate some possible new names for Al-Qaeda. These are some suggestions: Monotheism and Jihad Group, Monotheism and Defending Islam Group, Restoration of the Caliphate Group, Muslim Unity Group. None of these suggestions exactly catchy, and the group did not rename itself. Seriously? These were the names that Al-Qaeda might have become? This was bin Laden's own thinking?
There are, you know, like a dozen names like that. I didn't put them all in, into when I wrote the piece.